Well, good morning, baseball fans. This is Vinny, and I'm here to give you an update on the 2022-2025 tournament that we're in. We are basically in the final games coming down with the final four, three-game series. We've started the American Leagues, the Twins and the Blue Jays. Now, the Twins came in as ranked as the number 10 team, but they are leading in the American League. And we played game one between the Twins and the Blue Jays. And boy, that was a real barnstorm of a game. The Twins hit 7 home runs in that game, two by Carlos Correa. And they went on to beat the Blue Jays in game one, 9-8. And here we can see the box score. Excuse me. And we see Alex Kirilloff had a couple of hits for the Twins. Max Kepler, a couple of hits. Correa with 3 hits in this game. And Royce Lewis had a couple of hits. And 6 different players hit home runs for the Twins, 7 in total. The Blue Jays hit a couple of home runs themselves, but they ended up on the losing end of this game. As we look at the pitching here, the starters were Bailey Ober for the Twins. He went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, 7 runs, 3 earned. Correa made 2 errors in 1 inning, and that led to some runs. And he also gave up a home run. Winning pitcher ended up being Giovanni Moran. Moran pitched an inning and pretty much had a couple of strikeouts. Griffin Jacks got the save for the Twins. And there we kind of take a look at his 2024 card that's being used. 9 saves for Griffin Jacks in this tournament. We look at the Blue Jays, and we see that Jose Barrios started, went 4 2/3 inning, 8 hits, 5 runs all earned, giving up 4 home runs. But the loss went to Yimi Garcia, giving up a game-winning homer in the in the top of the ninth, and that was Correa going deep for the second time of the game. Let's take a look at the scorecard here. Well, no, Byron Buxton. I'm sorry, Byron Buxton hit that home run in the ninth inning with 2 outs, and that was the difference maker. As we take a look at um, the standings, how this works out. Let's see. There we go. Here's where we are currently after that ball game. There you see the number 10 Minnesota Twins leading the American League. They've won 6 games, lost just 1, and that's not the current winning percentage. Let me see. 6 divided by 7 equals 0.857. So, well, that's where we are currently, 857. So the Twins, if they win this game, the next second game against the Blue Jays, they would have a 7-1 record. And even if the Yankees were to sweep their series with the Astros, they would not be able to catch the Twins. So Twins have an opportunity to clinch right here, right now. As you can kind of see the standings, Minnesota 6-1, New York 3-3, Houston 2-4, Toronto 2-5. Taking a look at the National League, Atlanta is on top by a game over the Phillies. Atlanta with a 5-1 record. Phillies at 4-2. Dodgers 3-3. Milwaukee is basically eliminated. They are 0-6. And there you can see the National League matchups. The Braves and the Dodgers, the Phillies and the Brewers. And of course, here we're working on Minnesota, Toronto, New York, and Houston. So that's where we are currently as we head back to game two for the uh, American League pennant here between the Blue Jays and the Minnesota Twins. The Minnesota Twins have not had a home game in this series or in this tournament, at least in this phase of it. They were the number 10 ranked seed, and the higher seed always gets the home game. And so uh, that's kind of where we are. So the Twins are going to take this. They're going to be winning all these games on the road. So we're going to game two between the Twins and the Blue Jays. And the starting pitchers for the Minnesota Twins will be Joe Ryan. And for the Blue Jays, Alek Manoah. Here's your lineups for today's game. Alex Kirilloff leading off and playing left field. Luke Keesaw back second base. Max Kepler having a great tournament. He is the right fielder hitting third. Byron Buxton, who had the game-winning home run in that first game, he's batting fourth in center field. Carlos Correa hits fifth at shortstop. Ryan Jeffers, the catcher, hitting sixth. Matt Wallner, the designated hitter, batting seventh. Royce Lewis. Lewis has 5 home runs in this tournament. He is at third base, hitting eighth, and Edouard Julien is batting ninth. He's the first baseman. For the Toronto Blue Jays, Ernie Clement leads off at second base. Bo Bichette hitting second as shortstop. First baseman batting third, Vladdy Guerrero. Catcher batting fourth is Alejandro Kirk. Nate Lukes is the right fielder. He's hitting fifth. George Springer having a rough tournament, hitting just 200. He's the designated hitter, batting sixth. Addison Barger, third base, hitting seventh. Center fielder batting eighth is Dalton Varsho. And the left fielder hitting ninth is Davis Schneider. So there are your lineups. And as we take a look at Alek Manoah's card for the Toronto Blue Jays, they'll be using his 2022 card, the season in which he went 16-7 with a 2.24 ERA and 31 starts. Joe Ryan will get the start for the Twins, his 2024 card. He made 23 starts, went 7-7 with a 3.60 ERA. So based on the pitching matchup, you would think that the Blue Jays would have the advantage. So we are ready to go in game two. And Alex Kirilloff, who's hitting 263, will be the leadoff hitter. And we're ready to go as Manoah sets and delivers. We are underway. Tough 13, strikeout. Luke Keesaw comes in. He's hitting 167. And we have tough 95. Fly to left field. Out number 2. And Max Kepler. Kepler hitting 377 with 5 home runs and 11 RBIs. We roll the dice. It is in play, 17. That is going to be a base hit for Max Kepler. So Kepler with a 2-out single brings up Byron Buxton. Buxton hitting just 182 with 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. But again, he did have the game-winning blast in the 9th inning of their first game. We have in play 94. That's fly to left field. Side retired. Joe Ryan on the hill. Ernie Clement hitting 313, steps in. He has 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. They've moved him up to the leadoff spot. Weren't getting any production from George Springer. And we have tough 94. Fly to left field, 1 away. F7 on the keyboard. Bo Bichette stepping in at 385 average. No home runs, 4 RBIs. But he scored 10 runs. Tough 37. That is going to be a double. Bichette with a double. And so he's on second for Vladimir Guerrero. who is hitting 352, also has 5 home runs and 20 RBIs in this tournament. We have Ballpark 37, Wheelhouse, 1 to 52 chance for a home run. It is a 54. That is a double. That will score the run, though, and the Blue Jays take a 1-0 lead. Alejandro Kirk steps in, hitting 257, home run, 4 RBIs. Tough 6, strikeout, 2 outs. Nathan Lukes will come to the plate. Luke steps in. Luke's hitting 298, 3 home runs, 4 RBIs. And we roll a tough 11. That's a strikeout. That ends the inning. Blue Jays get a run, couple hits, leave a man. Go to the top of the second. Carlos Correa stepping in. Correa hitting 303 with 5 home runs, 13 RBIs. Patient 44 hits a double for Correa. Leadoff double brings up Ryan Jeffers. Jeffers hitting 323, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs. Tough 5, strikeout. And now Matt Wallner. Wallner hitting 216, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs. We have defense 86. That is a possible error on the left fielder, Snyder. Snyder is an E2, 1 to 71 chance for an error. It is a 48, and that is going to be a 1-base error. So we hit error left field, 1 base, and we have runners on the corners. Brings up Royce Lewis, hitting 290 with 5 home runs, 12 RBIs. A lot of these Twins, well, at least 5 home runs. We have tough 83, fly ball center field, and nobody's going anywhere. Edward Julian, 2 outs, hitting 189 with a home run, 3 RBIs. And we have Patient 15, that's a walk. Bases are loaded. Alex Kirilloff stepping in. Kirilloff striking out his first time up. Here we go. And we have tough 90, and that is a ground to the second base to end the inning. All right. George Springer hitting just 200, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. Leading it off, tough 20, strikeout. Addison Barger steps in, 250, a home run, 10 RBIs. Tough 74, fly ball, center field, F8, 2 down. Dalton Varsho hitting 237, pair of home runs, 12 RBIs. Tough 56, and that is a base hit for Varsho. 3rd hit for the Blue Jays. Schneider stepping in, hitting 225 with a couple of homers, 5 RBIs. And we have Patient 19, that's a walk, 1st and 2nd. So with 2 outs, a hit and a walk. Ernie Clement steps in, flying out to left field his first time up. And we have Patient 15. That's going to be a double. Let's see. And with Schneider being a 7, he's going to come all the way around to score. And so the Blue Jays will take a 3-0 lead in the second inning with 2 outs. Bo Bichette steps on into the plate. He doubled his first time up. And we have tough 1, the strikeout. That ends it. 2 more runs for the Blue Jays. They take the early lead, 3-0. We head to the top of the 3rd inning. Luke Keyshaw, who flied out to left field his first time up, will lead it off. And we have tough 62, fly ball right field, F9 on the quick keys. Max Kepler comes in. He had a base hit his first time up. And it's in play, 67, and that's a grounded short, G6. Byron Buxton stepping in, flat out his first time up. And we have Tough 58, and he strikes out. And that ends the third inning for the Twins. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Vladdy Guerrero, who drove in a run his first time up. And we have in play 55. That is a fly ball right field, F9. Alejandro Kirk struck out his first time up. And we have defense 2. That is the range of the pitcher. And let's see, Ryan is a C. That would be a 1 to 56 chance for a hit. This is a 97. And so that is going to be a grounder G1. 2 outs. Nathan Luke struck out his first time up. We have in play 78. Fly ball center field F8. 3 innings in the books here in game 2. 3-0 Toronto. Carlos Correa doubled his first time up. And we have Tough 56. That's a base hit. Correa with his second hit. I believe he got his first hit on a Tough reading as well. So he is on. Ryan Jeffers steps in. Jeffers struck out his first time up. We have Tough 52. He strikes out again. And we have 4 strikeouts for Manoah as Wallner steps in. Wallner reached on an error his first time up. And we have Patient 24. It's a walk. Runners are on first and second. Royce Lewis stepping in. Lewis flying to center his first time up. And we have Tough 8, and he strikes out. 2 outs now here in the top of the 4th inning. Edward Julian walked his first time up. And we have in play 36, just beyond the reach, so it's going to be a pop-up to the shortstop. Whoop. Let's go back and make it pop to short. There you go. And we have 3 outs. Minnesota strands a man. Bottom of the 4th coming up. George Springer. Springer struck out his first time up. And we have Tough 6, and he strikes out again. Strikeout number 5 for Joe Ryan. Addison Barger coming up. Fly to center his first time up. And we have Tough 45. Barger strikes out. Out number 2. And now Dalton Varsho. Varsho singled his first time up. And we have defense 92. A possible error on the center fielder. Buxton is an E5. Makes it a 1 to 38 chance. It's a 94. Fly out to center field. Inning over. We go to the 5th. Kirilloff, 0 for 2, struck out, grounded out. And we have Patient 7, that's a walk. So he's on. And he's only stolen 1 base, even though he's an A rating with an arm of 2 on Kirk. He won't be going much anywhere. Keyshaw is 0 for 2, flied out twice. And we have Patient 87. And that's a grounder to short, so we have a 5 and a 6 for double play. Less than or equal to 5. It's a fielder's choice. And that's going to be, well, let's see what I say, third base. Okay. Force out. Out at second. Third, the second. Keyshaw is on. Brings up Kepler. Kepler 1 for 2. Singled his first time up, grounded out. Before that, we have Tough 20, strikes out. Brings up Byron Buxton. Fly down, struck out. 0 for 2. Patient 41. And that is going to be a base hit. And Keyshaw is a 7, so he'll go to third. Runners are on the corners. And that brings the tying run to the plate. Carlos Correa is 2 for 2. He had 2 hits on Tough readings. Here we go. And we have in play 34. And that is going to be a base hit. Keyshaw will score. Buxton will go to third. And it's a 3-1 ball game. Correa 3 for 3. Brings up Ryan Jeffers, who's 0 for 2. He has struck out both times he's been up. We have Patient 43. That is going to be a base hit. And let's see. Buxton will score, and Correa is going to stop at second. So the Twins are making a run here. 2 outs with 2 outs. Matt Wallner has reached on an error and walked, so he's 0 for 1. And we get Tough 96. That's a fly ball to right field. That ends the threat. Twins strand 2, but they get 2 runs. And we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is Toronto 3, Minnesota 2. David Snyder will step in. Snyder walked his first time up. And we have Tough 9. He strikes out. 1 out. Ernie Clement. Clement 1 for 2. Doubled his last time up. And we have Tough 71. Fly to center field. F8. Brings up Bo Bichette. Bichette 1 for 2. He's doubled and struck out. And we have Tough 4, and he's going to strike out again. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the 6th inning. Manoah still out there. Royce Lewis coming to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Flied center, struck out. And it is Patient 93. He grounds to short, G6. 1 away. Andrew Julian walked his first time up. Flied, popped up. And he's 0 for 1. And we have in play 7. That's a double. Julian with a double. And so he's on second base. Bullpen now will start throwing for the Blue Jays as Alex Kirilloff steps in. He walked his last time up. He's 0 for 2 officially. And we have Tough 12, and that's a strikeout. Out number 2, Luke Keyshaw, steps in. He's 0 for 3. Into a fielder's choice his first time up. We have Tough 43, and that is going to be a base hit. And Julian with a 5 rating is not going anywhere. And so he goes to third. And now we have Max Kepler. Kepler at the plate. And they're going to go to the bullpen. So Toronto is going to make a move here. 2 outs, runners on the corners, left-hand hitting Max Kepler is scheduled to come to the plate. And it looks like the Blue Jays will go with Tim Meza, the left-hander, to try to get this final out. Meza has pitched in 7 2/3 innings with a 3.52 ERA. And he has 5 strikeouts, and he's going to be called in to try to get the left-hander Kepler, who is 1 for 3. Here we go. We have defense 64, possible error on Barger. Barger's an E3, which is a 1 to 61 chance for an error. It is a 30, and so that is an error. It is a 2-base error as he throws it over everybody's head, and so third base, a 2-base error, and that puts runners on second and third and ties the ball game. Byron Buxton comes up to the plate. Buxton is 1 for 3, singled his last time up. And we have Tough 71, and it's a grounder to second to end the inning. But the Twins get a run to tie it. And we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, tied up 3-3. Joe Ryan still out on the hill. We're ignoring the fatigue rating. I don't go by the 3-run rule here. Here is Guerrero. Guerrero, Patient 25. That's a walk. So Now you've got the go-ahead run on base. Alejandro Kirk, not a very good bunter, so he's going to have to swing away. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And we have Tough 47. That is beyond the range. This is a ground to the first base. We have a possible double play. Ryan is the lower rating with a 5. It is a 5. And so this is going to be a 3-6-3 double play. We hit the D, and I just clicked right there, and you have 2 outs. Brings up Nathan Lukes. So now Luke steps in. Luke's is 0 for 2. Struck out his first time up, flied out. We have defense 63, possible error on the second baseman, E2 for Keyshaw. So that is going to be a 1 to 71 chance, and it is a 64. And so this is going to be an error on Keyshaw. So the double play definitely was a big help. George Springer steps in, and Ryan delivers. Springer 0 for 2. He struck out both times. It is a tough 56. That is a base hit. And let's see, with 2 outs, let's see where he hits the ball. He's a 7 on the run rating. This is a single to right field. We have an arm of 8 and a running of 7. We're going to try and advance the extra base. Here's the throw, and he's going to be safe. Runner goes to third, and that is going to do it for Joe Ryan. Twins will go to the bullpen. And let's see, do they have a left-hander they can bring in? We're in the 6th inning. They're going to go with Giovanni Moran. Giovanni Moran, who got the win in the first game. So Addison Barger is the batter due up, and they're kind of thinking this over a little bit. Let's see. So they're going to make a change. Leo Jimenez is going to come in and hit for Addison Barger. Okay. Blue Jays. Leo Jimenez. Okay. So Giovanni Moran is the hitter, or rather the pitcher, and Leo Jimenez comes in to hit. He's using his 2024 card. Doesn't have anything going. And we have Tough 57, and Jimenez strikes out. And that's going to do it. So we're going to make a little switcheroo here. Leo Jimenez is going to play second base, and Ernie Clement is going to move over to third base. And the Blue Jays will also go to the pen. They're going to bring in Braden Fisher for the 7th. So Braden Fisher will be the new pitcher. Let's take a look how he's been doing in the tournament. He's pitched in 9 innings, 10 strikeouts, 2.00 ERA. You can see his 2025 card. 7-0, 2.70 ERA in 52 appearances. He will face Carlos Correa. We are tied 3-3 as we go to the top of the 7th. Correa has doubled, singled twice. And we have Tough 52, and this time he doesn't get it. It's a strikeout. Ryan Jeffers 1 for 3. He struck out twice. Singled his last time up. We have Patient 21. That will be a walk. So Jeffers goes down to first base. We go to Matt Wallner, who was 0 for 2 with a walk. Wallner also reached on an error, flying out his last time up. We have patient 32, and this is a walk. Now there are runners on first and second. Brings up Royce Lewis. Lewis is 0 for 3. And it's tough, 74. This is a grounder to second base. We have an 8 and a 6, so 6. It is a 7, so it's a fielder's choice to the second baseman. Out at second. Flips to the shortstop. Bichette, 2 outs. Julian is the hitter. He is 1 for 2 in a walk. Doubled the last time up. And we have Tough, 59, and that's a strikeout. So the side's retired. Okay, we are headed to the bottom of the seventh. Still 3-3. Dalton Varsho, 1 for 2. Singled his first time up, flied out to center his last time up. He's pretty good against lefties. And we have Tough, 97, and that is going to be a fly to right field. F9. Davis Schneider stepping in. Tough, 54. Schneider strikes out. Brings up Ernie Clement. And let's see. Clement doesn't hit that well against lefties. Only hit 230 with a 252 on base. So we have Patient, 35, and that is going to be a base hit for Ernie Clement. So he does get a 2-out single. The Twins will go to the bullpen. That'll be all for Moran here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And they will go with Scott Blewett. And I think it was Blewett who blew it yesterday for a little bit. And Bichette is coming up. Bichette is 1 for 3. He's doubled and struck out twice. And we have Patient 32. And Patient 32 was a double. And a 7, that means he's coming all the way around to score. And blew it again. As the Blue Jays will take a 4-3 lead. And that will bring up Vladdy Guerrero. So Guerrero now steps in. Guerrero is 1 for 2. He's driven in a run. And we have Tough, 31, and that's a strikeout. But not before the Blue Jays strike. They get the go-ahead run in, and we go to the 8th with the Blue Jays leading 4-3. And let's see, who do we bring in? Bowden Francis will step in. Francis, with his 2023 card, he had a 1.73 ERA in 2023, and in 8 1/3 innings here in this tournament, he has a 2.16 ERA. He will face Alex Kirilloff, who is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. He walked, grounded out, not in that particular order. And we have Patient, 87, grounded to second, G4. Luke Keeshaw, 1 for 4. He singled his last time up. And this is a tough out, 99, F7, fly to left field. Max Kepler, 1 for 4. Kepler reached on an error his last time up. And we have Patient, 90, grounded to second, G4. That ends the 8th. And let's see, the Twins will go to the bullpen again. And they're going to bring in Brock Stewart. So Brock Stewart is going to be the new pitcher for the Minnesota Twins. We'll take a look at Stewart here. Stewart in 7 1/3 innings has a 1.23 ERA, 13 strikeouts in those 7 1/3 innings. We look at his 2023 card, we can see he had a 0.65 ERA in 28 appearances. So he will face Alejandro Kirk to start it off. Kirk is 0 for 3. And we have Patience 75. That's outside his ranges. It's F8, fly to center field. Nathan Luke stepping in. Luke's is 0 for 3. And we have Tough 10 strikeout. And George Springer is the hitter. Springer 1 for 3, singled his last time up. He's also struck out a couple of times. Tough 37, strikes out a third time. That ends it. So we are going to the 9th inning. And Jordan Romano will be the new pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays. Let's take a look at Romano here. Romano, 8.2 innings, got a 5.19 ERA in the tournament. And in this 2022 season, the card that he's using, 2.11 with 36 saves. So I've said this before. A couple things I wish they would add on this section here: wins, losses, saves, how many games they're in, to make it a little bit more complete. Anyway, we head to the top of the 9th. Byron Buxton, who's 1 for 4, will step in. He has flied to left, struck out, singled, and grounded out to second. Here we go. 4-3, Blue Jays trying to pull this one out. And we have ballpark 92. That's an in play. 32, and that's a base hit for Byron Buxton. Now, Buxton is an A stealer. And he represents the tying run. So the question is, do you send him? Correa's had a pretty good day. Correa is 3 for 4. They just strike out his last time up, but they're going to let him hit. They're going to right now hold him. Here we go with Correa. Correa is ballpark 74. That's also in play. 16. And runners advance 1 base, picking the FAC card. First and second now. And Romano is getting himself into some trouble here. Ryan Jeffers is the batter. Jeffers is 1 for 3. He walked his last time up. He's also struck out a couple of times. Here we go. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. And we have Tough 32, and Jeffers strikes out. That brings up Matt Wallner. Wallner is 0 for 2. He's also walked twice. Reached on an error. Here we go. Patient 4. That's a walk. And now the bases are loaded for Royce Lewis. Lewis hitting 273 as of right now, but he's 0 for 4 today. He does have 5 home runs and 12 RBIs in this tournament. So here we go. Infield has to play in. And let's see what we get. Roll the dice off the table. That means we roll again. Here we go. 11. That's Tough. 66. That is just beyond the range of a base hit. This is a grounded to third with the infield in. The bases were loaded. Here's the roll of dice. It's a 10. It says the ball gets through the infield, and so the batter is safe. And so the Twins have tied this game up. And so Lewis gets it through the infield past Ernie Clement at third base, and is now a 4-4 ball game. Infield remains in for Edward Julian. Julian is a beat bunter. If he got one out, he's not hit well. He is 1 for 3 in this game. He's walked, popped up, doubled, and struck out. And he has a 401 on base against righty. So let's see. Infield is in. 1 out. 4. Ballpark 99. This is in play. It's an 86. That's a ground ball to second base. The infield playing in. 10. And again, it gets through the infield. This one gets past the second baseman Jimenez for a base hit. And the Twins will take the lead 5-4. And Romano struggles here in the ninth as the Twins take the lead. And the Blue Jays are going to go to the bullpen. Let's see, who can we bring in here? And they're going to go with Chad Green. So Chad Green comes in. Green, as you can see, with his 2024 card, with a 3.21 ERA. But in 5 2/3 inning, he has a 1.59 ERA here in the tournament. He will face Alex Kirilloff. Kirilloff is 0 for 4. He struck out a couple of times and walked. Their infield is staying in. But the Twins have sneaked 2 balls through the infield with the last couple of hitters to take the lead. Kirilloff now is up. It is tough, 63. This is a base hit. A single for Kirilloff. The runners on a tough only go 1 base with less than 2 outs. And it is now 6-4. That'll bring up Luke Kiesel, who is 1 for 5. Kiesel, 1 for 5. He flied to left his last time up. Here we go. We have in play 85. This is a grounder to short. We got a possible double play here. A 5 and an 8. It's a 7, so they're going to get the fielder's choice at second, but the runner's going to score. And so it's now 7-4. Twins have put up 4 runs here in the 9th inning, and they are smelling the American League Championship as Max Kepler steps in with 2 outs. Kepler is 1 for 5, grounded out his last time up. And we have Tough 16. He strikes out. That does it. But the Twins rally for 4 runs here in the top of the 9th inning off reliever Jordan Romano. And the Twins have a 7-4 lead, and they are smelling blood as they look to clinch this American League Championship and represent the American League in the World Series. There's still one other game to be played in this series. Kevin Gausman and Kent Maeda going in Game 3 for these 2 teams. Meanwhile, Griffin Jacks is coming on for the Minnesota Twins. So Griffin Jacks will be the new pitcher, and the Twins will also make a defensive adjustment here as Austin Martin will come in to play left field and replace Alex Kirilloff, who had that big hit. So let's see, there's Austin Martin. Martin goes into play left field. He is a B range. Kirilov is a C uh, for the Twins. And here we go. Leo Jimenez will lead it off for the Blue Jays. And let's see here if there's anybody that can do a little bit better. Not really. Kevin Kiermaier. Kiermaier's going to pinch hit for Jimenez. Blue Jays still have a Whit Merrifield on the bench. He can come into play second base. So the Blue Jays will bring in Kiermaier to pinch hit for Jimenez. Here we go. Griffin Jacks on the hill. Jacks, by the way, it doesn't show, but I believe he has 9 saves in this tournament. So here we go. Kiermaier, let's see what he's like. He has a 214 average. We have his 2023 card. Here we go. We started off with a tough 73. This is a fly to center, F8. Out number 1, Dalton Varsho steps in. Varsho 1 for 3. He has singled and flied out twice. And we have tough 65. This is ground G6, grounded to short. Out number 2, and now Davis Schneider is the hitter. Schneider is 0 for 2 and a walk. He struck out both times, the other 2 times. Here we go. Schneider represents the last hope for the Blue Jays in this game. And we have tough 66. This one is an F9, fly to right field. That ends the ball game. So the winning pitcher, Brock Stewart Romano, gets the loss. Griffin Jacks to save. Let's look at the box score here and take a look at this. We can see for the Twins, Correa had another good day. He went 4 for 5. Didn't have one RBI. One RBI. And let's see, Julian had a couple of hits, 1 RBI. And we'll take a look here. Buxton, a couple of hits. Let's see, RBIs. Well, not any players with more than 1 RBI. How about runs here? Buxton has scored a couple of runs. And let's see, who did they give the MVP to? Edward Julian. I'm not too crazy about Julian. Buxton had a couple of hits and he scored a couple of runs. He's getting the Carlos Correa, 4 for 5. I think it's the second game in a row now that he's going to get the MVP for the game. Let's take a look at the line score here. The Twins with 7 runs, 13 hits, 1 error. The Blue Jays, 4 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. As we go down to the pitching line, Joe Ryan started for the Twins. He went 5 2/3, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs all earned, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. Alek Manoah for the Blue Jays, he started 5 2/3, 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. But the winning pitcher goes to Brock Stewart. He's 3-1 for the Twins in this tournament. Pitched an innings, struck out a couple of hitters. And the save went to Griffin Jacks, his 10th save of the tournament. So 1 inning. And the loser is Jordan Romano. Romano, 1/3 of an inning, 4 hits, 4 runs all earned, a walk, a strikeout, jumped his ERA up to 9.00. And if we look at the overall standings now, even though we don't go by that, but the Twins, 13-4 in the tournament. And that is going to, as we look at their As we look at their record here now, they are going to jump to 7-1, and see, do the Yankees still have a chance to catch them? Let's see, 7-1. That's going to be 875 here. So we're doing this in real time. Yankees aren't going to be able to catch them, as they will fall to 3 games back. And since the Twins already beat them in the series, and let's see, they fall to 5 games back. So the Twins are going to clinch this. They clinched this American League championship. So you guys have seen it right here, folks. The Twins, with this big win over the Toronto Blue Jays, to come from behind victory, 4 runs in the ninth, they defeat the Toronto Blue Jays and win the American League championship. There's no way, even if the Yankees sweep their series, that they are going to win, as the Twins took 2 out of 3 against the Yankees. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this matchup. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.